Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Sunday, September 18th. Do some morning thunderstorms working through the Snake Plain and Eastern Highlands this morning. Those will continue to dissipate as we get towards sunrise, with activity shifting further north into the central mountains, with a return to some widespread breezy winds and warmer temperatures. I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today: do some isolated morning thunderstorms working up through the Snake Plain and Eastern Highlands. Those have resulted in about 20-25 mile an hour wind gusts with some light precipitation. We only picked up about 100th here at the airport as it went through. So mainly looking at not a huge impact, just some light rainfall this morning, with those scattered coverage returning further north in the central mountains of northern Blaine County, Custer, and Lemhi. So light precipitation this morning. Again, better chances shift further north for this afternoon and evening through about midnight. Main threats for these storms will just be some gusty winds in excess of 30 miles an hour, small hail with some brief moderate rain, with drier conditions returning for everybody by Monday. Warmer conditions again, starting about today through Wednesday. So once these showers lift further north out of the Snake Plain today, return to some dry conditions across much of southern Idaho. Some increased chances for precipitation further north. As afternoon highs return into the upper 60s to mid 80s as we get through the early part of next week. More impactful today, we'll have the return to some breezy winds. Already seeing gusts up to about 30 miles an hour across the Snake Plain. Those only get about a little bit stronger out of the south for this afternoon, helping to advect some warmer temperatures into the region. Looking at some widespread wind gusts between 20 to 40 miles an hour. Our next system arrives for Wednesday, so moisture returns on Wednesday with cooler temperatures for Thursday. Temperatures drop about 10 to 12 degrees back into the 50s to mid-60s, with a continued breezy winds about 20 to 40 miles an hour, accompanied by some numerous showers and thunderstorms. So that drier weather pattern will stick around for the early part of next week, quickly changing for that Wednesday-Thursday time frame, but quickly returning as we get towards Friday through the later part of September. Satellite this morning, you can see that low pressure system situated off the coast this morning. Pretty impressive circulation as far as spilling some outside moisture up into the panhandle today. You can see that moisture will reach the northern portions of the forecast area later part of today, and we just have again some weak thunderstorm activity and showers kind of working up through the Snake Plain and Eastern Highlands this morning. Those will dissipate as we get towards sunrise. Weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. Main concerns today are just going to be focused around the breezy winds with the chance for some showers and thunderstorms, depending on where you're at. Will be generally pretty hit or miss in nature, but with the breezy winds continuing again for Monday and into Tuesday, so that'll be much more widespread than the precipitation impacts. And then for Wednesday, Thursday, things look a lot better for that widespread coverage returning to the forecast area, with again that continued support for some breezy winds. Here's a look at the 24-hour rainfall totals. This is 4 a.m. Saturday through 4 a.m. this morning. And so you can see that precipitation starting to work up through the Snake Plain. We only picked up about 100th here at the Pocatello airport as this line of thunderstorms was working north. But you can see further north up towards the Ross Fork fire, picked up almost 4/10 of an inch. So certainly well-needed rainfall up there. You can see it was a little bit more active for some thunderstorms out in the western Idaho up through the central portions of the state as well. With further southeast, just some light rainfall accumulations up to about 1/4 to 1/2 inch as you get further south. Lightning and max wind gusts yesterday, so fairly less lightning than what we saw the previous day, but generally just confined to the higher terrain. And we can expect that today after this morning batch runs through. Mostly the thunderstorms will be confined up to the higher terrain up in the North Country, with wind gusts for yesterday at least, seeing about that 25 to 40 mile an hour mark. And we will see these wind gusts become more widespread and not associated with thunderstorms. So it's just going to be, afternoon increases in winds minus the thunderstorms further south. So it'll be very breezy with some locally gusty winds in excess of 40 miles an hour. Fire and smoke map this morning, so you can see air quality continues to be very well across much of eastern Idaho, only unhealthy up towards the Ross Fork fire this morning. High temperatures and wind gusts for today, so high temperatures will warm up back into the low 70s to near 80 degrees. Looks like 80 out towards Shoshone and upper 70s through the Rexburg-Pocatello corridor, with widespread wind gusts. Again, it's already observing wind gusts about 20 to 30 miles an hour with this line working north, and also across the Snake Plain as well in general. And those will only continue to increase into about the 20 to 35 mile an hour range. Some locally higher gusts approaching that 40 plus, especially along I-84, could lead to some patchy blowing dust concerns with some enhancement from the terrain surrounding the highway. Certainly something to keep in mind with these breezy southerly winds helping to warm things up for Sunday and into early next week. Probability of rainfall today, so not looking great down the further south, so not looking at a whole lot of precipitation accumulation, with best chances for 1/10 or more as you get further northwest. And for 1/4 or more, if we're looking again further northwest, best chances up towards the central Idaho and Panhandle area. High temperatures and wind gusts for your Monday, so temperatures do slightly warm up into the mid-70s to mid-80s for your Monday, with wind gusts slightly less, but again about that 20 to 35 mile an hour mark, approaching 40 up along the Continental Divide. High temperatures on Tuesday, so things continue to dry out for Monday into Tuesday, with high temperatures again rebounding again, so slightly warmer again for your Tuesday, with high temperatures in the mid-70s to mid-80s. High temperatures and wind gusts for Wednesday. Things slightly cool off ahead of increased cloud cover ahead of that precipitation moving in. So won't see a whole lot of impacts to start off Wednesday, but as we get towards the later portions of the day, we'll see that precipitation working through the region with a return to some more widespread 20 to 30 mile an hour wind gusts as temperatures remain in the mid 70s to low 80s. More noticeably on Thursday, so here's a look at your high temperatures and wind gusts for Thursday. More noticeably is going to be those cooler temperatures. Things cool off by about 10 to 12 degrees back into the mid-60s to less than 70 degrees for the entire forecast area, as wind gusts again remain elevated about that 20 to 35 mile an hour mark. Probability of rainfall, so this is a 2-day rainfall total Wednesday, Thursday, so probability of rainfall, 1/10 inch or more, is looking fairly confident as far as probabilities are concerned east of Pocatello and north, so about 60% and near 100% as you get further northeast up towards the Island Park, Yellowstone, and Continental Divide region. Those chances shift further north and east for about a 1/2 inch or more, so given the thunderstorm nature of this system working north, it will be pretty hit or miss when that comes to precipitation, but it looks like best chances for some accumulating precipitation above 1/2 inch will be north and east of the Snake Plain. And rainfall above an inch looks like it's going to be contained just up to our higher elevation zones up towards the Stanley Basin area and through the Teton Valley and the Eastern Highlands up through Yellowstone. High temperatures on Friday will be slightly cooler but slightly warmer as far as from what we've seen early part of this week. We will have temperatures rebound back into the mid-60s to low 70s. Slightly warmer again for your Saturday. High temperatures again back in the mid-60s to near 75 degrees, and that temperature warming trend will continue headed into the weekend. In summer this morning, do some isolated coverage for some storms working north today. Those will dissipate by around sunrise, with scattered coverage returning further north. Warmer conditions arrive today through Wednesday. Afternoon highs will be in the upper 60s to mid-80s, with breezy afternoon winds in excess of 20 to 40 miles an hour. Moisture does return for your Wednesday and Thursday as temperatures do cool down, with some drier weather returning for the later part of this week. But there are some of your weather briefing for today, Sunday, September 18th. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome day.